My name is Kathy Belangio,
My name is Herman Blaze.
and this is our son Kevin Belangio.
Wayne Belanger, that's me.
About 8 years ago, Kevin was in a car accident, and he suffered a massive brain injury. They took him to the hospital, they brought him to Norfolk Gen, and Norfolk Gen said, the doctor said that he would never live through the night. But as you can see, he did, and we're very grateful for that. But he stayed in a coma for a month and a half. When he left there, he went to rehab in Greenville, and Greenville said that they really couldn't work with him, that he wasn't at this place that he could be worked with. We've searched and searched for different things to try to help Kevin. We started with physical therapy and speech therapy. He's responded well to the speech therapy at the hospital in Elizabeth City, and he's responded well to physical therapy. Also, his dad and his Uncle John have worked diligently with him at home every night with physical therapy and has helped him a lot.
What are some of the things that Kevin really struggles with?
Short-term memory and not being able to walk. Those are his biggest deficits.
Can you give me some examples of his short-term memory?
Like he can't remember, like if he first meets somebody, he can't remember names. It takes him a long time to remember a person's name. Now, if he's met you, if he knew you before the accident, then most of the time he'll know your name. And if he doesn't, he knows your face. He knows you, but he may not remember your name. But he can remember that he does know you. But a first meeting, he hardly ever remembers a person's name.
Okay, so Kevin will be completing 40 hyperbaric treatments tomorrow. And what have you noticed since he started hyperbaric treatment?
We've noticed that he seems to be more in a conversation that's more normal. Like you can start the conversation, and then sometimes conversations get sidetracked, and he can go back to that conversation. We've noticed that. We've also noticed that there have been things that he remembers. One day his girlfriend went and got her fingernails painted, and when she came back in, he said, "Oh, you got your fingernails painted?" And she said, "Yeah, I did." She said, "What color did they used to be?" And he said, "Pink," like that. And so he was right about that. So that's like a milestone for us, for him to remember things like that.
He also remembered, after 8 years, he didn't remember the accident. He didn't remember what he was in. Or he kept saying the Red Ranger, but he wasn't in the Red Ranger. He was in a full-size F-150.
Blue and silver.
Blue and silver. What else? Four-wheel drive, right?
Yeah, four-wheel drive truck, yeah.
Man, he could tell you now off the top of his head. He could never do that until he took the treatment.
Okay, that's good. What about his strength, the balance?
I mean, really, you know what I'm saying?
He's got so that can push up more than what he could before. He doesn't have much strength in his arms as far as pushing up, like getting out of a chair, but he can pull up, like if you put him towards a sink, or a counter or something where he can grab hold of a bar or something. But since he started hyperbaric, they've noticed that when they go to stand him up, that he can kind of push and help get up better than he could before. So we're seeing a difference in that too. Some days, it's like anything. With some days you have good days and bad days, and so, but a lot of times he pushes right up.
Okay. Kevin, what do you think hyperbaric has helped you with?
Oh, well, you know what I'm saying. No, it makes me concentrate on what was being said around me. Makes me think about things. It makes me concentrate on that, and that kind of gets in my mind, and so I can have a conversation about something without going off the wall or something. I'm
Awesome.
a professional at that these days.
What would you guys say to other people who are looking for treatment for their loved ones with brain injury?
I would say definitely never give up on seeking treatments for your loved one, and especially try the hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It's been great for Kevin. I wish we had known it 8 years ago, but when Kevin got in his accident, it's almost like it was never heard of because we didn't know anything about it either. And so I keep saying I wish we had known this 8 years ago, and I do. I think it would have been much, much more results, although we're still looking for a lot more results to come from this. So.
Yes.
And we're thankful for it.